Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of SCZ Live. Today we are out in our farm's pasture. This is a really interesting area of the zoo, and Kimberly, one of our zookeepers, is here to visit with us about the pasture and why we have it. Hi, Kimberly. Tell us where we are.
As you said, Shani, we are in the farm's pasture. When you were able to come, you may have seen bits and pieces of it. If you look that way, you can see the American barn, you can see the public road that you guys would have walked on. But we just wanted to give you kind of a deeper look because you aren't always able to see every part of it from the public area. It seems weird, especially on a gray day and the trees aren't fully in bloom, but this is one of my favorite assets in farms because it allows us to house the number of animals that we do. If you watched our 2 o'clock Facebook Live on Thursday, Kaylee, my coworker, went through the American Barn 2 o'clock feeding and told you about all of the different breeds that we have there and some of the conservation work that we do with them. And that wouldn't be possible if we didn't have this night pasture because animals need certain space to roam around to have a good, healthy life, good mental health. And with the space that we have, just for the public viewing areas, we would have maybe a fourth of the animals that we do. So this is our biggest asset in the work that we do here in farms with all the heritage breeds and conservation work. And if you look behind me, you can see some of our bucks, our Arapawa Island goat bucks. This is where our males hang out. A lot of times in the sheep or goat yards we get questions like, hey, are these all male? Are they female? Where are the dads when we have babies? This is where they are. They kind of switch out with the females. Females are out here at night. Males are out during the day. And let's see, the buck on your left here, kind of the black shoulders, white back end, long hair. He's actually one of the dads of kids that we are being born. We have 3 sets of twins right now. The one that just jumped through the hoop is our other buck that we use for breeding this year. His name is Aristides. The other buck coming around the corner again is Ice. So those are our 2 dads this year. We don't breed all of them every year because again, we do have this space out here, but we're still limited on space. We want to make sure we have enough space for the parents, for the babies. We do find farmers that are going to participate in breeding with the Arapawas, and so that's where a lot of our babies end up going. But sometimes it takes a while to connect with farmers, get them there. So we need to make sure we have a lot of space, so that's why we don't breed all of our bucks and does every year. So this year we just did 2 bucks. Yeah, they're pretty handsome.
Kimberly, over here I can see that we have some new buildings.
Yes. So as you all most likely know, our Asian barn was torn down earlier last year in September to make way for a temporary entrance so we could get our new entrance. And this is what replaced it. So we can walk over here a little more if you want to see it. Because when it came down, a lot of questions were like, will all the animals still be here? The answer is yes, and this is where they are. So this is where our bachelor bucks are. You can see our rams over there. They are African, behind the African barn. But we have our yak here. We can walk closer.
What is the big yellow thing right there,
Yes,
Kimberly?
this is a favorite. This is a scratcher that we hung up in all the animals, the bucks, the rams, the equine, the yaks, the cows. They all love this. This is just a great scratcher, especially this time of year when they're coming out of winter. They're losing their winter coat, and that just really helps provide a place that they can scratch and get that off, so they're a lot cooler with this warmer weather. So, and this is Yafa, the black yak standing there. If you see her there, she's very inquisitive, likes to know what's going on. Yep. And then this the left is our barn that's completely enclosed. The big purpose of this is for the water buffalo in the winter. The yak are from the Himalayas, so they do great out in the cold weather. It's like springtime, they love it. But the water buffalo do have a temperature cutoff, so this is where they stay. It's just kind of an open area. We can section it off into smaller pieces if we need multiple animals in there. Yes, this is what replaced it. So a little different setup, but the animals like it and it's working really well.
I noticed that the yak are different colors. Is that just a different patterning?
Yeah, just like domestic dogs have different colorings and stuff, so do yak. There is a wild yak. Their populations are very small and they tend to be more of the solid color, but when you get into the domestic world of things, different color patterns emerge. Sometimes people breed for those specific patterns, sometimes they breed for a personality trait, and that color pattern's connected with that trait. Genetics are crazy, and who knows, but basically they're domestic, and so it gives them a chance to have.
Kimberly, can you introduce us to the 3 yak that we have here at Sedgwick County Zoo?
Yes, this is Yafa. She's our queen bee of the yaks. And then Yelena is laying next there, and then her son Gus is in the far corner. And Gus can be a troublemaker sometimes, but we still love him. So.
Angela wanted to know what the yak was looking at, and I think the answer is she's looking at us.
Yes.
You had already said she was very inquisitive, so she's wondering what we're doing out here in the farm's pasture.
Yes.
So although we moved a few feet, she moved a few feet with us, probably looking for maybe a treat or two.
Yes, I was going to say her big motivation is probably see if we have a treat for her or not. Unfortunately, we don't.
We had a request to see if we had any caracal rams out here.
Yes. Oh, the rams. I'm not sure.
As they all move to the very back.
Yeah, they're just walking, but they can move really far, really quickly. So we could head that way as we talk about other things, see if we can see them. We have 4 rams here, 2 caracal and 2 Navajo churro rams.
Emily would like to know if you know what the oldest animal we have at the farms might be.
At the farms, it would be our camel, Jamani. I believe, let me look. She is 21, so she's our oldest animal. And camels can live to be 30 or so she's getting up there in age. But we haven't seen any health problems with her, so she's doing really well.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite farm animal?
I do. The caracal sheep. So the fact that you asked about caracal rams made me very happy. And the water buffalo. The water buffalo were the first animal that I trained here, so caracal sheep and the water buffalo are tied for first in my heart.
And what I find fascinating about our farms here is that we focus on conservation as much in farms as we do other areas of the zoo.
Yeah.
The majority of our breeds here in farms are on the Livestock Conservancy list of being either watch, threatened, or critical in conservation.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons I stayed in farms. I grew up in Wichita. I was a city person. I went to K-State, but I didn't take a single ag class. I didn't plan on working with domestics at all. My interests were otherwise, but just the conservation work that we're able to do here, I can actually participate more in it here than I could with other animals in our zoo. So the passion I had for endangered species, I was able to transfer to rare breeds, and they're just amazing, and I'm kind of an underdog because you think like, oh, a goat is a goat, like how special can it be? And they're amazingly special. So.
And before we came on, Kimberly and I were talking about the size of the pasture. We're now in one of the far kind of back corners of the pasture, and I'm going to kind of just pan a little bit. and let you kind of see the size. We're guessing that it's around 6 acres, which is nice, and as far as I know, we are the only zoo in the nation where the animals in the farms get to go and just be farm animals all night in the pasture. Okay, so point out who we have here.
Okay, they are a little skittish, so I'll do my best to point out without scaring them off. The black sheep looking at us right now, his name is D'Artagnan. I call him Dart for short. He's one of our caracal rams. Then next, going right, is Darcy. He's our other caracal ram. And then we have Teddy and Harvey, our two Navajo Churro rams.
Great.
So they both breeds come in a variety of different colors, as you can see. So they're all really handsome, sporting their new shape look after sheep shearing a couple of weeks ago.
Wonderful. Well, everybody out there at home, staying safe. Thank you for joining us for another edition of SCZ Live. Today at 2 o'clock, we'll actually be showing you an update on the construction that we have at our main entrance. So don't forget to tune back in at 2 o'clock. Even though we're closed, we're still caring.